Hey, what's up, guys? So this is another video. The Washington football team gonna take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Keys to the game. And I'm gonna label this game the Battle of the Front Sevens because um, the Washington football team and the Pittsburgh Steelers have both have mean front sevens. And yes, Steelers lost but Dupree, but they still got T.J. Watt. Their front seven is still respectable. So I'm just, concerned about this game. A lot of fans are optimistic, but I'm going to be real. And, I'm going to give you the keys to this game. And I'm going to do it a little bit differently because this is going to be a hard game to call, to be honest. The Pittsburgh Steelers, yes, they're 11-0, but their games have all been, the recent games, to my knowledge, other than the Bengals game, were all one score games, to be honest. Even the Philadelphia, even the Cowboys games, those two games were all one score games, where Pittsburgh could have lost those games, to be honest. The way that and I'm saying this as a Washington football team fan, that Dallas and the Eagles, as bad and struggling that they are, both teams right now, they could have honestly won those games against Pittsburgh. But I'm not, going to be optimistic against Washington because, they, tend to disappoint when they should win games. So, let's talk about the keys to the game. So let's talk about the first one. So I think now that Alex Smith is now back to his somewhat former self, he's going to be a check-down guy from here on out. I don't expect him to be a gunslinger anymore like he was in those first few games that he was with the Giants and the Lions, where he had to fight, bring Washington back from triple digit comebacks. So, if Washington can get going, they need to establish the run offensively. They need to stop the run defensively because their running backs are okay-ish. Then, Washington can have a chance. Washington started setting the tone with their run game, running all over Cincinnati, running all over Dallas. However, like I said, the Steelers front seven is a tough one. They got T.J. Watt. They also got a versatile guy in former Dolphins player. Name's probably gonna come back to me. Probably later throughout this video, but Washington needs to start. They started getting their identity back when Alex Smith was healthy back in 2018. Running the football, playing good defense, and this is what Washington needs to do to be successful against Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win. I'm not saying that, but if they can be successful in running the football and stopping the run, then this game can be closer than what a lot of people are giving Washington credit for. Next key, gotta win the turnover battle. Gotta force Ben Roethlisberger, the running backs, the wide receivers to turn over the football. Also the special teams got the Ravens. The reason why they got a touchdown was because the Steelers coughed it up on a punt return, I think. And, the Ravens were able to capitalize and get a touchdown. So, got to win the turnover battle. Got to force turnovers. Got to force Big Ben to, make mistakes. Along with, that front seven, like I said, is mean. Washington's front seven is mean with Montez Sweat, Tim Settle, Chase Young, the Bama boys, so on and so forth. Gotta get gotta force turnovers no matter what, and Washington cannot turn over the football at all because Washington right now, there are 4 games that they have won. They have won the turnover battle, not by much, other than the Philadelphia game, but they've been able to, they've won the turnover battle, and that's enough. So that's important. Win the turnover battle, and they can, win this game or make this game respectable. Next key, Dustin Hopkins, special teams play, has got to get going. You know, Dustin Hopkins, you know, made, I think, what was it, 2 field goals for Washington and made all of his extra points against Dallas. He needs to do that in Pittsburgh. Yes, the weather may be nasty because it's, you know, the Steel City, and, you know, Pennsylvania has been, you know, is a questionable place to play, but Dustin Hopkins cannot have any mishaps. You know, every Washington fan has him on a list of players that needs to go, and I'm one of those guys that he needs to go. But as of right now, he needs to, you know, make the kicks that he's required to make, either via field goals or extra points, because we cannot leave points on the field, because that could kill Washington in the long run. In this game against Pittsburgh. Next key, you know, again, defensively, gotta shut down those, you know, wide receivers somewhat. You know, cannot allow big plays. Ronald Darby, you know, was getting cooked by Amari Cooper, and if he gets cooked either by Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, or even Deontay Johnson, then he's gonna need help. Washington cannot get cooked by these wide receivers, even though they, you know, again, like I said, Steelers, their wide receivers drop passes. So, you know, we got to take advantage of those opportunities as well, but we cannot, you know, Ronald Darby, Kendall Fuller, Cameron Crowe cannot get cooked at all, you know, in this game. Because like I said, Pittsburgh will make Washington pay if wide receivers or even the run game, you know, cook them. So, you know, those are the keys, you know, right there. You know, like I said, the run game, James Conner is, you know, on the COVID list, so he's rumored to out, but I think Snell is, I think his name is. Snell is a really good running back as well, so we got to stop the run. Washington is still at the bottom of the league at stopping the run, even with that Dallas game. So that is something important, because, like I said, this is gonna be a nasty game. This is gonna be a dirty game. You know, all Pittsburgh games, aside from the Bengals game, were all hard hitting, you know, 1-score games, and I expect this game to be the same. Do I think Washington's gonna win? No, and I'm gonna, you know, get my score prediction here in a few moments. So, you know, it is in Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna give you guys an interesting stat that I don't think any of the Washington YouTubers have come up with, but Washington in the last 6 meetings have lost to Pittsburgh, and I think that streak is gonna reach to 7. I just don't think Washington has enough to beat Pittsburgh, to be honest. You can love me, hate me for it, but I speak the truth. Washington, I don't think, is going to come out here with a win, or come out of there with a win. In the last 3 games that I have watched Washington take on Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh have been able to beat Washington comfortably. I don't think that's going to be a scenario here, though. I think it's going to be, and it's score prediction time. I say Washington wins, or Pittsburgh wins 24-17, or maybe with an extra point missed by Dustin Hopkins. Hopefully I don't jinx it. 24-16. 24-16 Pittsburgh. Washington drops to 4-8. And so yeah, that is my projections. That is my, you know, keys to the game. I know it's a little bit different than what I, you know, present usually, but it's a different, you know, scenario. As a reminder, though, the game is on a Monday at 5 p.m. on Fox. It is not a national televised game. It is not. It is just going to be here in the East Coast. So, you know, there are different ways to watch the game, but here in the East Coast, you know, I will get the game. So, you know, there's a little bit of news there. So as soon as that game goes final, expect my post-game reaction on Monday. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of this video. What do you guys think that the Washington result will be? Like I said, 24-17 or 24-16. Like, you know, Washington fans are saying that if Washington, you know, if they finally predict Washington losing, they could win. Washington isn't a 2-game losing streak, but I think it all halts here because Pittsburgh just has too much. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.